When I look back on my time at the church, one of the memories that stands out the most to me was coming into the city, first of all, and it just felt very comfortable. I just felt, my wife and I both felt at peace. It felt exciting, looking forward to what God has for us. When we actually opened the church, we had visitors right away. It's a small strip mall. We had a handwritten sign called the door, but people came and they locked in. And to be able to minister to a group of people day one was very exciting for our pioneer pastor. Pastoring this church has completely reshaped who I am, both as a person and as a believer. Personally, it has taught me true empathy and resilience. Walking alongside you all during your highest joys and deepest heartbreaks has expanded my heart. You have shown me that, or shown me what real community looks like when it is messy, beautiful, and faithful. Through our shared challenges, I've grown more patient, more grounded, and deeply aware of my limitations. And spiritually, you have driven me to my knees, because leading people stripped away any illusion that I can do this on my own strength. Every sermon prepared, every crisis navigated, every prayer shared has forced me to rely entirely on God's grace rather than my own abilities. My faith is no longer just abstract theology. It's anchored in real world miracles of reconciliation and generosity, transformation. I have witnessed right here in this building. I am more humble, more prayerful, and deeply grateful. I learned during my time here that still carry me into ministry today. Change moves at the speed of trust. And as leaders, as pastors, we are not called to please everyone. That's reserved for God alone. But we are called, however, to serve people. This milestone offers a structured moment for a congregation to look back, honor its founders, and express gratitude for its history. Strategic visioning, it's more than just celebration of the past. A 20th anniversary serves as a pivot point to ask what the next 20 years should look like in a changing world. What was it like starting the church from the ground up? Being that this was our second pioneer work. We first pioneered in '96, and in 2005, Pastor approached me and asked me about certain cities. Bryan-College Station was one, Houston, and Louisiana. And being a college town, I thought, well, I think that'll be something interesting for me to step into. And so, like I said earlier, that when my wife and I scouted out the city, when we drove in, it just felt so good. I mean, immediately, it's like God's presence was there. And so, being the second church I pioneered, it was much easier. I was well discipled under my pastor. I was his assistant, so I really hung close to him back in 2005 to when the church launched us out. We went into this city, Bryan-College Station, and immediately just found a house, started holding Bible studies, had already 2 people waiting for us to arrive there, so that was always a plus. And once we opened the church, like I said, immediately we had people. And so it reminds me of Hebrews 11:8, where it says, by faith, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place he would receive as an inheritance, going out completely not knowing where he was going. And honestly, we didn't know where we were going. We'd never been to that city, but I believe God wanted us there. And so we feel like we have an inheritance. Even though there are other pastors that took our place, they also have an inheritance from their labors.
Wow, this is probably one of the most difficult things to think about as I look back on the church here in Bryan, BCS area. so many wonderful memories with the people of God. I was just looking back through some old pictures and videos and was kind of brought to tears. But what stood out the most was probably how close-knit we were as a family. Our children, when we came to College Station, our children were all young in grade school. We lived here almost 9 years. And during that time, our children began to become basically brothers and sisters, or like cousins, with the different young people that were in church. Different families would have kids, and then we would hang out together. We would spend time together. And there are many wonderful ministry moments and ministry memories, but probably as I look back, just the close-knit family we were, and God was moving so powerfully through that. In the BCS church, it really did help shape me in many areas of my life. Being a pastor is not an easy thing. You're a husband, and you are a father, and then you have to lead people. And I would say that before I came here, God was doing some things in me. There was a fire that I had in my spirit from a long time. But then as I came here, there was a true desire to be fruitful, in the sense of I wanted to send out a church. I wanted to make disciples according to the pattern that we have. But more than that, as I was here, I was aiming to be a good husband. I was aiming to be a good father. I was aiming to be a good pastor. And I really wanted to connect with the people. And God showed me how to love people beyond their failures and their flaws. Some people would give up on them, but I wouldn't give up on them. So God taught me how to work with people. He taught me how to love people. He taught me how to encourage people. Spiritually, I would have to fast and pray. When we weren't seeing results, I would cry out to God, say, Lord, give us fruitfulness, give us breakthrough. And I know that created a maturity in me when it comes to the things of God. Now, as an evangelist, even as a father in the faith, or even just talking to people, there's a wisdom that I can give now, and a lot of that's attributed to what I learned here at this church, working with people and discipling and helping people to work through decisions. And so, yes, God planted us here for the time that we were here, but it was also through this work and being here and serving in this church that God was forming me to become who I am today in the Lord. Being here at this church, I learned so much. And I would say probably in the area of discipleship, how to work with men, how to inspire them, how to bring them along. I remember a long time ago when I first started pastoring, I asked Pastor Richard Ruby in a leadership meeting, how do I get people to do certain things? And his response simply was, Noor, you have to learn how to bring them along. And so I finally, after we were already in ministry for a number of years before we came to College Station, but I finally grasped what that meant, bringing people along, helping them to make decisions. And so in discipleship, I learned how to bring people along. I learned how to help people to seek the will of God for themselves. Also working with married couples and helping them to overcome and to make decisions. I'm not a counselor in the sense of a school counselor, but working with people for so long and having the wisdom of the Word of God, I was able to give sound counsel to people and see people overcome and make good decisions in marriage relationships. And to see the church reach its 20th year mark is remarkable. It's incredible. I remember, I believe it was conference 2005 or 2006 when this church was announced, and it was just a thought. I remember the offering that Pastor Ruby took at that conference, and so to see what began in someone's heart or in someone's mind and to come not only to begin, but then to continue after 20 years. I think that's a very remarkable thing. I am proud and I am excited and happy that my son of the faith, Clint Bills and Sister Barbara Bills, that they were discipled well, that they love God, and that they're doing a tremendous job still in the church. And I know that God has so much more for the church. And just to see it make 20 years, it's a great thing. But we've barely scratched the surface. There's so much to do. And I pray that the Lord would give more and more and more years of labor and fruitfulness. And I recognize that there was labor and work that took place before my wife and I came to begin pastoring in this city. I believe it was a Tuesday night. I got a call from my pastor, Roland Bettis. We were serving as assistant pastors in Austin and the Spanish pastors. And Pastor Roland called me and he said, I need to go to BCS to see how the church is doing. And I need you to cover service. Little did I know that would be my last service in our mother church for almost the next 9 years. And when I got to the BCS church, I had heard some different things and different attitudes and mindsets about the church and about the city. The church was going to close, but my wife and I, we came in with good spirits. There was a handful of people at the church, and immediately my mind was on preaching well. It was on working with people. It was on the vision. You know, our fellowship has a vision, making disciples, evangelism, discipleship, church planting. So my mind was completely focused on those things when we came. And we came full speed and we didn't stop. We continued with all of our strength. And so the season that we spent at the church, it was a very fruitful time. We had many couples. We experienced some ups and downs through the different decisions of some people in the church. We had to make some disciplined decisions. COVID came. The ups and downs came, but that didn't stop us. And then discipleship was at work. I remember when C.J. Bills was wanted to be the door director, and I said, just wait, hold on a little bit. And but he wanted it so desperately. And other men of the church, they were there, but they weren't necessarily making those kinds of decisions. And after a while, he became our first door director. Through COVID, it was basically a skeleton crew. And but we kept fighting it through and fighting it through and fighting it through. And so during that season, we were able to launch the first baby church of our mother church from Austin. And then a year later, the Bills came and took the church from us as we went to be missionaries in Honduras. But I look back on that season of my life and I learned so much. My wife learned so much. Relationship with people, how to work with people. God put something in us, and it was a very blessed season. I missed the season actually, but a new season. I'm in a new season. My wife and I were in a new season. Our family's in a new season. And we can look back on all the fond memories, and then I say, well, you got the baton in your hand, Bills, and just continue to work forward.
Hello, family. Greetings from El Salvador. I'm Pastor Jeremiah, my wife Geneva. We send saludos, and very excited for the 20-year anniversary for the Bryan-College Station Church. Very blessed for the impact and the legacy that y'all are making, and it has been a privilege that we got to play a very small part in the life and the legacy of the church. One of our very memorable moments was a time where we felt like we weren't making a lot of impact, that maybe we weren't doing a good job. We had everything packed up. We thought we were going back to Austin, but a very profound conversation with Pastor Ruby encouraged us, gave us a fresh wind, and we stayed almost a whole nother year. Shortly after that, Pastor Perez came and spent some time with us, And a very, very special moment for our time there was the moment that we stepped on the property of the new building. We just felt like this was a great move when we left the 29th Street building. And so it's very, very encouraging, and that was a special moment. One of the things that we carried with us from that and from our ministry there was that you don't judge the life of the church or your own ministry based on one season. And we encourage ourselves with that when we see what God has done. We are so blessed that y'all have been faithful, stuck with it, and we're glad that God helped us to continue forward. Some of the other things that we learned as a family is we did go through some hardship and trial personally, and during that time in College Station, we got closer together as a family, and we bonded closer, we learned more about each other, and it was a profound and a very special thing that God revealed to us, that while you're in ministry, while you're fighting the good fight, while you're serving the will of God, even when it's hard, that God is with you. And so what God did in our family and in our ministry. The other thing we carry with us is some of the times we had together at our Bible studies. And it was such a blessing. We did a study on the blood of Jesus Christ, and some of the feedback that y'all gave, the questions, and just those times, the revelation that came as we explored that Bible topic as a group and as a church has stayed with our ministry. And so we want to say, God bless you. We love you guys, and we're really excited about the next season that God has for y'all. And so one of the other questions was about the transition, and Pastor Cliff did an incredible job. Him and his family poured their heart and soul into the Bryan Church, and the transition taught me a lot. The honor and the respect that he passed on to me and my family as we took the baton, and we in turn, we have nothing but respect and love for them, honored them, and it just created such a healthy atmosphere in the church. And so that was church number 3 for us. We're on church number 5 now. And as an evangelist, I always carry that with me, is that pleasant, that family feel that we had. And so we want to say, God bless y'all. Greater things are ahead. Pastor Bills, you're doing a fantastic job. You and your family are a great blessing. And College Station, Bryan Church, you guys are going to continue to reach the world. We love you guys. God bless you.
20 years, it's a long time. It's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time really getting closer to God. It's a long time for anybody to be able to come and be able to labor, to come from a different city, to come into this city here, to be somebody who's not used to it. Me, I came into the church growing up here. This was home to me. This was a place where I grew up, where I got a lot of memories, and never once did I come into this church thinking I was going to be a pastor. I just came into this church, really invited, and then I came, and God got a hold of my heart, really began to speak to me, and the next thing you know, I found myself being ordained to be a pastor and being asked to take over this church. I would say one of the biggest sacrifices is learning how to serve, learning how to put others before myself, before my needs, before my wants, and understand that this calling that God has placed on my life has been a tremendous privilege to be able to serve people in this city, in this community, to see people get saved, to see people get touched by the hand of God. And I would say that that is what has been keeping this church going for many years, is that there's been men and women willing to come to serve people, to want to invest into people, regardless of the problems they have, regardless of where their life is at the current moment. There was men and women that thought that they could come, and if they just got a hold of God, that Jesus could come into their life and do a complete miracle. And so this church has been going only because of Jesus, only because of what he did on the cross for our sins, and because people believe in that. There have been people who come who have made tremendous sacrifices to see others grow here in this church. Seeing the church reach its 20-year anniversary is pretty amazing, to be honest. When I came in here in 2017, I had no knowledge of anything. no knowledge of the fellowship, no knowledge of this church, and really just kind of seeing this church really grow throughout the years is amazing to see. I remember when COVID hit, things began to become a little funky here, just in any church, not just in our church, but just around the world. And to be able to see that this church was able to withstand that, that people were still faithful in giving, still faithful in coming to church, still faithful to serve, and then to be able to make it to 20 years, that's a blessing in itself. There's a lot of places that don't make it to 20 years. And we're able to hit that milestone as a church. We're still moving forward. We're still fishing for men. We're still doing the will of God. And so to see 20 years is incredible. And it's an incredible journey that's still going to continue to grow until Jesus comes back. Amen. When I came into the church and taking over from Pastor Noor, it was something that was almost a tad bit overwhelming at first. Coming in and to be able to try to take over from a man that you look up to, who's like a father figure to you, and to see, his faithfulness, his servanthood, to see how excellent he is and how he prepares and how he serves people. You always want to think, man, I want to be like my pastor, but until you're put into those shoes to actually say, now I'm going to put the mantle on you, just like Elijah did to Elisha. It's a moment right there that's a joyful moment, that's a privilege, but it's also something that you kind of fear on the inside, because you're like, man, I really don't want to mess up. But the one thing that I was always told when I was a disciple is we have to lean on God. We have to lean on Jesus. We have to continue to pray. We have to continue to read. We have to continue to dig deeper in our walk with God. And that was the one thing that I've always been taught as a disciple is dig deeper with God. Be intimate with God. Have a real relationship with Jesus. Don't let this be a religious experience, but rather let this be something that you hold close to your heart. That's something that's important to you, that's dear to you. And whenever you do those things, then, even when the storms and trials come, because storms and trials do come, you're able to withstand the storm. You're able to walk on water. You're able to do things that you never thought that you were able to do. I never thought I was going to be able to do this right here. I didn't think this was in my cards. I didn't think I was capable, but God had a different calling on my life. And so I am here now. I have been the pastor here for the past 4 years. It's been a blessing. It's been a tremendous privilege. And we're able to celebrate 20 years here. And I'm just honored to be able to be the pastor of this church and to be able to serve people here in this community. Taking over this church after we've had some incredible men come over here and pastor this church has been a tremendous honor and a tremendous privilege. And I just want to say thank you to Pastor Cliff Williams, who came, who decided to take on the calling to come and pioneer this church, to start this work, to break this ground. I just want to say thank you for your sacrifice that you made back in 2005 to be able to come here and to accept the calling that God placed on you. And it's because of you that this is all here and how it started. I wanted to thank Pastor Jeremiah Wackert for you coming to be able to lay a foundation here, to be able to call many souls here. You came during a time where there was a lot of question marks, but you still came. You were faithful in coming. And because of you and your dedication, this church is still standing here. And then also, of course, I want to thank Pastor Noor Rashid, who pastored me, who discipled me. Without you, I wouldn't be saved. I wouldn't even be in this position in the first place. And I just want to thank you for really investing into my life for 9 years. You're no longer my pastor, but you are one of my best friends. Like I say, you're like a father to me. And for 9 years, you have continuously invested into me. You have continually invested into this church still today. And I just want to say thank you to you. I want to say thank you to all the pastors, your families, your wives, your dedication, because without you guys, none of this would happen. And so thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for listening to Jesus, having a relationship with him, because if it wasn't for you guys, none of this would be here. So thank you once again. Saddle up your horses.
And somewhere between the pages, it hit me like a lightning bolt. I saw a big frontier in front of me, and I heard somebody say, let's go. Saddle up your horses, we got a trail to blaze. Through the wild blue yonder, God's amazing grace. Let's follow our leader into the glorious unknown. This is a life like no other. Whoa, this is the great adventure. Yeah. Come on, get ready for the ride of your life. Gonna leave long-faced religion in a cloud of dust behind. And discover all the new horizons just waiting to be explored. This is what we were created for, yeah. So saddle up your horses, we got a trail to blaze. Through the wild blue yonder of God's amazing grace. Let's follow our leader into the glorious unknown. This is a life like no other. Whoa, this is the great adventure. We'll travel over mountains so high. We'll go through valleys below. Still through it all, we'll find that this is the greatest journey that the human heart will ever see. The love of God will take us far beyond our wildest dreams. Yeah. Oh, saddle up your horses. Come on, get ready to ride. Saddle up your horses, we got a trail to blaze. Through the wild blue yonder of God's amazing grace. Let's follow our leader into the glorious unknown. This is a life like no other. This is the great adventure. Saddle up your horses. Come on, this is the great adventure. This is the great adventure. Saddle up your horses. We've got a trail to blaze through God's amazing
Every day is a gift from God. Even the ones that have left their scars. So don't waste another moment, 'cause you don't know what you got until it's gone. Yeah, I'm not gonna let one pass me by. No, I know I'm living on borrowed time. Not guaranteed tomorrow, just promise what we have will be enough. Yeah, so everywhere I look has got me singing. Oh, what a beautiful life. Oh, what a beautiful life. What a time to from my pain. Everything's been changed, 'cause Jesus called my name. Freedom from my chains and healing from my pain. Everything's been changed, 'cause Jesus called my name. Jesus called my name. I was lost but now I'm found, yeah. I thought I was down and out, yeah. I was stuck in all my habits, stuck in all my ways. Escapism, I was trying to kill the pain, yeah. I was disassociated from the world around me, feeling like I'm isolated, sick of my surroundings. Staring at the ceiling, God, I hope you hear me. I just wanna feel you near me and see you clearly. I shot it on my own way, I hated how it felt. I kept on breaking your heart 'cause I was doing it by myself. But you saying that you choose me and you love me anyway, and I'll never be the same 'cause you call freedom from my chains and healing from my pain. Everything's been changed, 'cause Jesus called my name. Freedom from my chains and healing from my pain. Everything's been changed, 'cause Jesus called my name. Freedom from my chains and healing from my pain. Everything's been changed, 'cause Jesus called my name. Freedom from my chains and healing from my pain. Everything's been changed, 'cause Jesus called my name. Jesus called my name. I will follow you. 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 You don't have to use us, but you still do. You don't have to choose us, but you still move. We're gathered here to honor you, and you're still alive, and